Hi FlosStube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Sunday the 20th of April 2025, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter. And this is FlosStube 119. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts and I also talk about walks and travels that I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and I'm going to start with a bit of an update. I need to do this now because it'll explain things later on. On Tuesday we went to the hospital, my mum, my brother and I, thinking we were going to go to find out when the surgery is going to go ahead for mouth cancer, and we actually found out that the cancer has been more aggressive than previously thought. It's in her tongue and it's in her jawbone, to the extent that it's actually broken her jawbone. She didn't realise that had happened because she's no nerves in that area anymore because of all the surgery she's had. So basically they can do surgery, but it'll greatly affect her quality of life. She wouldn't be able to eat or speak. So yeah, we're going to get a second opinion on Tuesday. We're going to Preston Hospital to see a consultant there, but I don't think we're going to get any different news than what we've already been given. So yeah, I'm saying that now because there's things I'm going to be showing you that are the result, basically. Yeah, when I'm stressed, I eat and I start things. So yeah, I know I watched Amy Loves Toads the other day, and she said the opposite. When she's stressed she can't start things. I do. I start a lot and I've not finished yet. So yeah. So yeah, sorry to start on bad news, but it needed doing. Because like I say, I'm going to be talking about things that, yeah. Right, so let's start with finishes. I've got two finishes today. One is the Autumn Garden by the Drawn Thread. This was my seasons piece in my rotation. And it's finished. I don't know if my board won't cover it, but I'll put it at the end that I've just done so I can show you. So, oops, there it is, finished. I'll bring it closer so you can see. There we go. So this time I finished off the asters, I think, the anemones, and I did the helenium at the end, and then I did the birds and the extra bits. So that's now finished. Sorry for the creases. It'll get ironed when I'm finishing it. There we go. Quite easy stitch really. There's a lot of back stitch, some nice different types of stitches, but yeah, it's finished. So that's the Autumn Garden. That's stitched on 32 count dirty Belfast linen. And then my next finish was actually a new start as well. It's one that I picked up at Born to Stitch in New Jersey, and it's Resilient by Ardith Designs. Yeah, Ardith Designs. So yeah. No, I didn't do it in the call for. It called for what did it call for? Raw Me Creations Garnet Red, which is an Italian overdyed cotton. So I had Weeks Dye Works Ladybug in my stash and I did it on that. So that's my finish. So yeah, this is stitched on 28 count white even weave. So, I think it took me 3 days to do it. I took it to work one day and then finished it off at home. Alright, so they're my finishes. Right, new starts. I've got a few new starts. Some don't have much on them at the moment. And like I said, I'm not finished with new starts. I've got a few downstairs that I'm going to start. I'm still sticking with my rotation, but they're being added in. So yeah. Right, so this one is A Mother Is by Primrose Cottage. I got this from Nimble Thimble when I was there the other week. It says, a mother is your first friend, your best friend, your forever friend. And I just had to start this with the news. So, yeah. This is being stitched on 32 count cream Belfast linen, and that's what I've got done so far. I'm using the called for threads, which are Classic Colourworks. Yeah. There we go. That's that one. My next new start is Autumn in the Pines by Rosewood Manor. As I said in my last video, definitely don't like that fabric that it's been stitched on in the model. So I've started it on 28 count vintage stone linen, and that is my start. So this was in the middle. I'll show you on the picture. So it's this here, and then we've got a couple of little trees, and then I've done one of the long trees at the bottom, and that's stitched using doesn't say there, let me have a look. Oh, Weeks Dye Works, uses Weeks Dye Works threads. So yeah, that's my start on that one. And then my next one is October by the Cricket Collection, Cross-Eyed Cricket. Started stitching, well, I bought this chart because I'd seen Pam from Just Keep Stitching, just stitching on it. Yeah, and I started it, not done much, it's still in the Q snap because I'm going to stitch on it again. And basically I've done the roof of the house in the middle O. So yeah. You can see the house there, that's the roof. I've done the roof. So yeah, that's just stitched on 32 count raw Belfast linen. That's that one. And then my last new start, and this is like stash as well. I saw this, I was having a look on Paine Free Crafts website, and I saw this and I thought, I've got to get that. So it's called Belle, the Highland Cow by MJP. So, and I've started in this bottom corner rather than at the top. Thinking there'll be lots of nice colours. And I think I've done something like 250 stitches. And that's all I've done. This is 32 count Easy Guide by Zweigart, and I'm doing 1/1 full cross. Using all the DMC called for. So there we go. So that's that one. I need to laminate that picture so it doesn't get ruined. So there are all my new starts up to now. There'll be more next time. Okay, let's go on to whips. So first whip is on my knee as usual, and it is Dragonfield Note by UnconventionalXStitch, Unconventional Cross Stitch, artwork by Hope Christopherson. Stitch on this usually 3 times a week. I did stitch on it on Good Friday, even though my husband wasn't at work. He stayed in bed, I got up and stitched. So, there we go. That's my progress. And I've actually got a page and a row finish. When I stitched on it on Friday, let's try and get it straightened out over there. Right, when I stitched on it on Friday, I finished that row. So I'm now on the next row. And I'm at 42 point something %. So not halfway yet. So there we go. There's Dragonfield Note. And I'm going to take him off my knee because I've already got the fan on, and that was making me even warmer. So I'll put him down there. Right. Next whip. So this was one of my barely started whips. I spun the Tiny Decisions wheel at the beginning of the month, and this one came out, which is Let's Go by NoobXStitch. And when I looked last time, they're not trading at the moment on Etsy, so I don't think you can get it anymore. It says, I'm tired, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too late, it's raining, let's go. So yeah. And I finished the row. So I did It's Too Late. This is 40 count white even weave, and I'm stitching 1/2 using the Cal 4 DMC. So when I finished the row, I thought, right, I'm going to put that away now and pick another barely started. So I spun the wheel again, and I got Every Knitter by October House Fibre Arts. So I took this one to work the other day and I did some stitching on it. It's still in the queue stack because it's just going to be at work for the next, till the end of the month, and then I draw another one out. There's even still a needle in the back. And that's my progress. Where's my board? So basically all I had done was up to there on this side, and I'd done up to there on this side, and I've done the shelves and this line on the shelf here. So basically I've stitched up here and over the top. Only worked on it for one day at work for about an hour. So yeah, so that'll get some more progress on it over the next couple of weeks up to the end of April. And then that one is stitched on. Where is it? Where are you? I've not got it. It's just some cream linen, so it's probably just Belfast linen, 32 count. Next one is Little Bits of Halloween. I'm doing the square here. So yeah, I bought this as a kit without the fabric in it, from Nimble Thimble. And it's not far off a finish. This will be finished next time. That is my progress. So I did this square and then I've started on this square. So yeah, that's going to be a finish next time. There we go. This is stitched on 32 count dirty Belfast linen, and it's stitched 1/2. Yeah, one thread over 2 threads of fabric. There we go. So that's nearly a finish. Next one. Now this is my new Seasons piece, and I'm going to do the Seasons by the Sea piece by Jeannette Douglas, and I'm currently on Spring by the Sea. Started this as a stitch along with several people from the retreat I went on last year with the Yorkshire Stitching Retreats. And this is being stitched on 32 count vintage sky blue linen, and that is my progress. So on the other side, let's pull that back a bit. So I had this bit done, and I had these waves around the outside done. So I've done the words, I've done this seaweed here, and then I've done the seagull and the turtle. So yeah. And this is stitched, and I can't even remember what threads it uses. It uses silks, basically. So there's probably glory yarners in there and all sorts of different things. Didn't write it down, sorry. But yeah, it's stitched 1/2, usually, if you're doing cross stitch. So yeah, so that's that one. So that's my new Seasons piece. And that'll go on until the whole thing's finished, not just spring. Right, next one is A Walk in the Woods by Cricket Collection, Cross-Eyed Cricket. This is my words and letters piece in my rotation, and I'd stitched on this several days before it was due to be stitched on. So I only did one day, I think, or 2 days maybe, on the rotation. But yeah, it's a lovely design. And that is my progress. So this time I did the B, and I just love that B, and I did the letter B. So yeah, this is stitched on 32 count antique white even weave. So there we go. Right, next one is Simple Gifts Christmas by Praiseworthy Stitches. This is my wildcard piece in my rotation. Only uses 3 threads, 3 colours. It's got a green, which is Gentle Arts Moss, a yellow, which is Whiskey, and the red, which is Indian Summer. And see, it never holds right. There we go. It's nearly finished. Not too far. It's got a couple more goes, I think, at least on the rotation. So that's the whole thing. And then this time, make sure I go on the right side. So this time I finished off this motif here, which I'd started last time. I did this motif, and then I've started this motif, and I've gone to the corner, so that's the top corner. So I've only got this part to do. Only. There are some quite large sections in that piece, in that bit. But yeah, that's all that needs doing on this, and then that'll be a finish. I don't know if I said, this is 28 count white even weave. So there we go. So that's that one. And then my last whip, and I'm still stitching on this today. I think today's the last day. Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. Again, it's the photocopied picture. Don't know where the original's gone. It'll be about somewhere. I do this. In case you've not seen before, I photocopy the picture and laminate it so I can have it on the Q-snap while I'm stitching, so I can see how it's meant to look as I'm stitching it. So there we go. So it's Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. And I'll get my board. As I said, I've still got today to stitch on it. I didn't stitch on her yesterday. I led a walk yesterday. And for some reason I was so tired when I got back, I couldn't stitch. So there we go. There she is. There's Royal Holiday. So today, this time, I've been doing a bit more filling in over here, and I've been extending the brown sash that she wears. So yeah. So I think did some filling in on this bit here. But yeah. So there she is. Royal Holiday. Still got a way to go with her. This is 32 count Dusky Rose Lugana by Paul Stitches. There we go. And there are all my whips. And my new starts and my finishes. So yeah. So when I'm stressed and I have new starts and I eat chocolate. So my diet isn't going too great at the moment either. But yeah, right, so knitting and crochet. Right, at the library where I do the knit and natter group, we got asked if we would knit or crochet something to do with the 80th anniversary of VE Day, which is on the 8th of May. So there's 3 of us who are crocheting something. Ooh, when I can get hold of him. Come here. Right, and I've not even got the picture out. I've not got the picture out. Where's my picture? It's in there. Right, let me find the picture. So yeah, so basically one lady's doing a soldier, one lady's doing a sailor, and then I'm doing an airman, but I can't find the picture. It's in here somewhere. So yeah, we're crocheting. It's amigurumi basically, and the patterns are basically American soldiers and things, but we're just adapting them slightly so they're more British. Because in the library they're going to do a little tea party actually on VE Day, which is when my knit and natter group is on. So they said it'd be nice if we've got something that we can show. I'm seeing every single page, but not the one with the picture. So I'm going through every page. Oh, there it is. Right. So, basically it's this. I'm doing this. and the designer, I don't know, I can't remember, not written it down. I'll put it in the box below. But yeah, that's the one I'm doing. And I'm using Scheepjes Catona cotton yarn, like I did for my gnomes. And that is my progress. So he's got a head, and then these two stitch holders are marking where his shoulders are. That one's to tell me where the side of the round is. So his head's been stuffed, and then he's got his neck, and then you put a cotton bud. You put a cotton bud through to his head so it holds his head up a bit better. So yeah, so that's the start of my amigurumi RAF man. So the colours aren't going to be exact. Basically, I ordered the yarn from Wool Warehouse, and you just go off the pictures, don't you? And it's more of a petrol blue, that, but yeah, it's blue. So yeah, so that's my crochet. I've not done anything on my boy's sweater that I've been doing on, because I've been needing to get that done. Beading. So I've not touched my Santa pod, but last Sunday I went down to Haydock Racecourse because there was Beads Up North there. That's like an event where you can go, and there's different stalls by different companies, and you can buy beads, bead kits, everything, all sorts of different things. And then there was a little workshop by Halfpenney's Beads, and I did it, and I made this. This is a little Easter egg, nice and yellow. There's a little charm on it as well, a bunny rabbit charm. Some bigger bicones around the middle, and it's got like a foam egg, polystyrene egg in the middle, and it's like, can hold it onto your keys or whatever you want to do with it. It's just been hung on my gallery stand for the past week because I knew I wanted to show it on my video. So there we go, that's my little egg. So that's all the beading I've done this week. But Beads Up North, so while I was there I bought some things. I bought some beading needles, and then I bought these from Halfpenney's Beads. These are alphabet pins, and basically you use them in your box, which I'll show you in a second, to indicate which beads are which. So because each bead is given a letter from A to Z, and you put this next to the little pile of beads that you put on your mat. So I got them. I'll show you the mat, because they're from Halfpenny Beads, as was this. I got another tough box with a beading mat in it for a different project. So yeah, it's just a normal tough box that you can put a project in. Pardon me. And then the bead shop in Nottingham was there, and I bought this Great Grey Owl bracelet kit. I just love that. So that's a project for in the future. Yeah. I also got some beads that make little fairies, and I forgot to bring them up. But yeah. And then I bought this bag, this craft bag. It's got a rectangular bottom to it. It's got pockets inside. Now this was from, was it Blakely Bears and Bags? I'll put it down below. They do have a website and they're on social media. But yeah, got that. I just love that. Nice big pockets in it on the front, and then you've just got some little pockets on the back. So yeah, nice little bag. So there we go. So there, yeah. So that was Beads Up North. I think they do 2 a year, I think there's one in September. So yeah. And then what else have I done? Yesterday I led my walk with Springvale Rambling class to Lund's Tower in Yorkshire. There were 9 of us all together. It was a fine day. We've got a sunny day today. It was overcast yesterday, but the sun did make an appearance once or twice. We did 7.5 miles. It's the same walk I did that I told you about last time. That was my recce. This time was the actual group walk. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. I went up to the top of the tower, nobody else did. I did a little video that I put on Facebook, and I'll probably put it on Instagram later on my rambling Instagram. So yeah, but yeah, it was another nice little walk. We saw some little Shetland ponies. The people who I always love them, they were there stroking them and all sorts. But yeah, it was quite a pleasant walk. Nice weather, just perfect. A bit windy on top of the hill where the tower is and the pinnacle, but yeah, it was okay. So yeah, I think that's about everything that I've got to show you today. I've shown you my stash. Yeah. So yeah, so hopefully next time I'll have even more stuff to show you. Oh dear me. So yeah. But yeah. So take care of yourselves and those you love. You never know what's round the corner. Be kind always. Happy stitching. Bye for now.